Who'd like to kick off with the first question?
Hi, Katie. You've travelled all over the world and you must get pretty homesick from time to time. What do you take with you to remind you of home, to ease the homesickness?
Well, I have a great app on my iPhone called TuneIn Radio, and it can supply me with every radio station pretty much that I want or listen to, and I listen to my morning programs and so forth. Other than that, I'm not that materialistic. Pretty much everywhere I go, that's where I am. I try to stay focused on my immediate surroundings and not try to get too homesick, especially that there was NFL football on the TV last night. I had a nice tub and watched the football game. But no, I don't miss that much.
Another question? Might as well, I'll give you my mic.
Oh, thanks, Chris. Hi, Katie. My name's Sharon. How are you?
Sharon.
I've got a heap
You
of
have a
questions
very long question then.
I don't. It's a very short question. I just have to hold it out here.
'Kay.
So I can see it. What I will ask is, some of your music is so sensual and relaxing. Who do you listen to when you wish to chill out?
It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I listen to everything. I have a very eclectic, well, I think pretty eclectic taste. I like to listen to things that I'm not familiar with. That's why I like the radio so much. Eclectic radio, public radio, independent radio stations. I like to listen to what the boys are listening to, hear what they're about, and it's just really pretty much all over the map, from classical to country to jazz to, contemporary pop artists. Well, not pop.
I won't name an artist. I thought about it. I won't. Next question over here.
Oh, hi, Katie. I wouldn't be able to say this except I've had about half a dozen wines, so sweet as a nut.
Then we're at an unfair advantage.
Okay. Can I just stare at you for a little bit longer? No. Okay. I won't do that.
Not with beer goggles, though.
I also have a list of questions, but I'll just ask the last one because how do you cope with total strangers telling you that they love you constantly? And hold on, P.S. I love you.
Well, that's quite a convoluted answer, actually, because there's different sides to me, as you can well imagine, as there is to all of us. And when I'm out meandering during the day, doing what I do, I'm not thinking I'm Katie Lang. I'm not projecting or wanting to even be Katie Lang. I just anonymous person, and then somebody will come up and go, "I love you," and it kind of shocks me, and I'm probably pretty rude and unplussed by it, and because I'm not in that mode. Obviously, when I'm performing, it's a completely different story, and a whole different aspect of my personality comes out. So it really depends on how the person approaches me, what space I'm in. It's just pretty much like every single person in this room and on this planet, I guess.
Now, seeing it's Katie's day off, only time for a couple more, I think. So, if I don't ask Zan, because I work with Zan, she's an audio operator at work. She's very, very good.
That's cronyism right there.
It is cronyism. She's put things on me where nobody else has been. I'll just put...
She's put things on you where nowhere else...
Microphones.
What did you just say?
There's nothing dignified in television in Australia.
I've met you a couple of times, Katie. I'm very pleased to meet you again.
Zan, you didn't tell me that. I thought you were a newbie.
She hasn't
She's
put
forgotten,
things
that's
on
right.
me where... That hasn't
I'm
happened.
sure she'd like to.
Oh, okay.
Katie,
Yes.
I'm a very kinetic sort of person, and I was just wondering, when you hit those really, really top notes, where we feel just liquid, where does it hit you? Does it hit you anywhere on your body?
Basically, it is my entire body. I mean, that thing is that my entire body is my instrument. So basically, when I hit a long note like that, especially when I'm holding it with no vibrato, I lock myself into a position. And then I'm actually not even putting that much air out. I just kind of lock it and minimalize the amount of air that I'm putting out. because when you move, you can tell that your lungs are exerting air when you're not really in control of it. So yeah, I just kind of lock down and stand still and let it fly.
I try to do that, it never works quite the same.
Oh.
Now we better take some questions from this side of the room because we haven't had any over here.
Hey, Katie. I started singing at 28, so I'm a bit of a late bloomer, but it's my career now. I just wondered what was the first song you remember singing, and secondly, what was the first song you remember other people noticing that you were singing?
My first memory would have been both. I think I was about 5. I was studying classical piano, and I wasn't really progressing at it because I didn't have the discipline. And my teacher, Sister Xavier, suggested I try singing. So I sang a British, and it was in a competition. So I sang a British folk tune called "Little Robin Redbreast," something like that. I was about 5, and I won. So yeah.
Now, lady down the front in the red T-shirt, Dave's been waiting very patiently to ask a question. I think your hand's been up almost every time. So,
Hi, KD. You've won a lot of awards and had a lot of honours bestowed on you throughout your career. Are there any that mean more to you than the others?
Awards are kind of funny things because you want them, you want to win them, and you like winning them, but when you don't win them, you hate them. And they don't mean anything because what really the best award is being inspired. That to me is the biggest reward and the biggest thing. Awards, what can I say? They're nice, but they're not necessary. The only award that I actually kind of was really tickled by was an award I had no notion that I was winning. And all of a sudden in the mail I received a little plastic thing, trophy or something, from the Playboy. I won Playboy Jazz Vocalist of the Year 1 year.
okay, one final question right up the back there because it is Katie's day off. So,
I just want to start by saying thank you. Who you are, what you are, everything has helped myself and I'm sure thousands of other lesbians come out and be so open. How do you, when you're performing and when you're writing to perform, is it something that you think about how you're going to get viewed by, because you are a lesbian, because of who you are? Sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, not generally, because generally I just kind of write. I don't think, oh, I'm a lesbian, therefore I write this. although obviously, and I confess when I say I'll be your daddy, that has a little more impact than if Bruce Springsteen sang it. I don't know.
or Silvio Berlusconi.
Yeah.
Then you'd really be worried. Sorry for putting that image in your head.
So let's see. I do think about it, and I don't think about it. I do think about. Obviously, my sexuality has been a piece of the puzzle that I've played with for 30 years, and I kind of go in and out of projecting more sexuality, less sexuality. Depends on what the music. Obviously, when I'm with Tony Bennett, I'm not completely projecting my lesbianism, or I'm not hiding it, but I'm just trying to really illuminate Tony's beauty. On this record, obviously it's more playful. I can be more butch. I can be more playful, and I think it's important. I think it's important to just sort of be natural with it, and very flexible and let it have its own life. But again, I don't. It's not so in the forefront of my consciousness that I use it as a tool, it's just sort of a more natural thing. I would hope, anyway. I hope that that's how it's projected.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a terrific audience. Katie, we know it's your day off, and we heard that you like chilling out to music, so we thought we'd give you some Australian
Oh, good.
country soul to
Oh,
chill out
awesome,
to
awesome.
while you relax. And
Thank
happy
you.
birthday for the 2nd of November.
Thank you.
Go the Scorpios, we're hearing down the front. Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time.
Thank
we really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, Katie Lang. Big thank you.
Thank you.